One of the things about Taos, New Mexico that people sometimes stop and look at are the earthships that are just outside of Taos. As you pull off the road, you go in and you can see that there's a whole community of earthships there. Sometimes you're lucky enough to go see one that's under construction and see what's going on there. Very ingenious. A man by the name of Michael Reynolds came up with this. The hostess at the visitor center is Meredith, and I was able to ask her the 3 dream questions. Okay, this is Meredith, and she's agreed to respond to the 3 dream questions. Are you ready, Meredith?
I'm ready.
Okay, the first question is, what are your dreams? What are your hopes?
My hopes as of today is to build my own self-sustainable hostel where people can come and learn about earthships, about sustainability, how to provide for themselves. And to teach people about living off-grid and how to do that themselves as opposed to the utility companies taking care of them. They can provide that nourishment for themselves.
Is there anything else that you would wish for? If you could, let's say you had a wish and you say, I'm going to touch my magic wand to this community or to this planet or whatever to make a change, what might that be?
Well, I'm originally from the Bahamas, so I would love to go back to the Bahamas and build a little eco-village there and teach people about waste management and how they can effectively treat their garbage, the things that wash up onto the shore, and how they can collect that and make buildings and infrastructure out of that, and how to provide for themselves, because we're a big island nation. There's a lot of people that are in need down south. So I would love to build some airships for them and care for them.
So it sounds like what your hope is very people and environmentally centered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Have those always been your dreams, or did you have other dreams growing up?
Those have always been dreams of mine. I grew up with an organization called Friends of the Environment back home, and we do a lot of conservation work. We run like a little hostel that houses researchers as well. So it's really great meeting all those researchers who come in, and I love teaching people about how to care for the environment and teaching people that that Earth is nurturing to us, and we must take care of the Earth in return.
So you started out at 7 years old. Did you have any dreams or hopes?
Yeah. So 7 years old, I believe that my dream was get married, have a house, maybe have some kids, the standard dream. And then as I got older, things changed, and I realized that the world isn't always what we think it might be. And things aren't always as ideal as we might believe them to be. And so while my dreams might have had changed, I would love to partake in a community, in a big community, where we all kind of take care of each other as well. Still like to get married, maybe, have my own house one day, but definitely my dreams have changed since when I was 7 years old, and those dreams were very, very preliminary. And now I see it today as, instead of having a family, I could take care of people that are in need who come through, and really teach them about the world.
Okay. So if you could now go to the third question, which is,
okay.
What advice would you give young people? So if you could go back and talk to your 12 or 7-year-old self or 8-year-old or whatever age, pick an age, adolescent self,
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to tell yourself?
I would tell myself to follow my own heart. As cliche as sometimes that sounds, you can't believe what everybody else is doing. You can't follow the path that everybody else is doing, because you yourself know what you have to do. And, sometimes the way of the world isn't always the right way of the world, and we have to figure that out for ourselves. So the advice that I would give to my 7-year-old self is to keep believing what you believe in, and don't let anybody else crush that dream, because sometimes we're born with those things, and sometimes we're born with those intents, and we have to listen to ourselves.
Is there anything else you'd like to say or add?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, I hope that it was okay.